I actually filmed the reaction to my last year's or 2016 K-pop resolutions video, but well, for starters, it was a longer than 10-minute long video, and I don't really feel like editing it all together and all that with the reaction. I just feel like it's not that good to put it together, so I'm just going to talk about how I did with it. So if you're really curious, you can watch how I exactly said the things, but I'm going to say some things. So basically, for Super Junior, of course, started then. I promised things that I'm going to promise this year, but I got something else instead. So I wanted to get Blu-rays and Hangang's missing albums, but I got the opera puzzle pieces instead, which is better, it's cooler to have them now, so it's okay, I forgive myself for that, so that's okay. Then for other groups completing collections, I wanted to complete Kara and Talshibet, and that's amazing, I did it, so I'm really happy I managed to do that. I did it sooner than I expected. Then for boy groups, I wanted to get DB5K albums. Instead of that, I got Homin and JYJ albums and Junsu. But in the beginning of the year, I mentioned Junsu's Incredible, which is great because I have Incredible, I did buy it. And then I did get In Heaven, which I kind of said like, ooh, okay, that. I just said it as a JYJ album, but I meant In Heaven, I'm pretty sure, so I have that too. So it was a pretty good year for them. And then UKiss, I wanted to get one out of the two missing full albums, and I managed to get both, and I got a bunch of other older releases that I really wanted for them. And my other promise was to get their new release, which I did. So I did well for UKiss and Domeshinki too, even though since they have a big collection, I'm still missing a lot. But you know, I did work on it pretty well last year, so as I expected it. So that was great. And also I said something like I want to have one album each from my top 15 or something groups. I mainly thought of Rainbow and CM Blue there, and while CM Blue didn't happen, I just feel like the past 5 years it's like it's gonna happen, and then I never end up getting one CM Blue album, and I feel so guilty because CM Blue is one of the reasons why I'm into K-pop. So why am I not doing it? So probably because I'm missing their old sound. It's like the past two releases or three I haven't been a huge fan of, so that's why I guess. They are still nice, but you know, it's just not the one that I got used to when I got into K-pop, so I guess. But yeah, that. But for Rainbow I did really well, so I'm like almost done, so so that part, it was like exceeded, I guess. And then I even said a thing like, watch more K-dramas. I did, that was great. So I said be nicer. Well, if I don't do rant videos and like, then I am nicer. Well, I try. So that was there too. I don't exactly remember, but these were the main points, and I just don't want to make this video way too long. I might write some things in the description or on the screen right now. I don't know how I'm editing this, but again, I was talking about this for 10 minutes, and like I can like sum it up in such a short catch-up. Not really catch-up, it's like checking up. Okay, checking up video on that. So I did okay. Not exactly how I planned to do it, but I did okay. Oh yeah, I'm right. I talked about I want to not get into that many rookies, but also get into them, because 2015 was so overwhelming with great rookies, so I was a bit scared of 2016. But technically not that many great rookies came out of 2016, less of them did, so I think it says a lot that the main boy group and girl group rookie awards went to not even real or temporarily groups. It's like, yeah, but nobody else could have won them, it feels like, and it's like, So it was just very weirdly done. So yeah, this year was strange for rookies, but I did get into Impact, which I expected already, and Pentagon, which I didn't expect that much. So they are my main two rookies, and SF9 was the other one that I bought their album. But for this year, for girl group rookies, this year like 2016, it didn't feel as like, I don't know, like 2015 had Oh My Girl and Twice, and it was like, you know, and like this 2016 was like, yeah, IOI and random IOI girls going and doing their group things, but technically Daya debuted the year before, so that doesn't really count. And then WJSN, I loved their original concept with the zodiac signs. It was perfect. There are 4 subunits for the 4 letters of their name, and it was each subunit had 3 members. I loved it so much. And then Starship was like, oh well, I want to make them popular, so I'm gonna add Yunjang. And then just completely ignore the subunits and the zodiac signs concept. I mean, they tried to make excuses how it still works, but it doesn't. So that makes me like, I do like Secret, but you know, but I'm eventually going to get their albums because they are nice. So I just only have their first mini. So I just wanted them to work as 12 and not as 13, especially because Yunjang gets ridiculous amount of lines, especially in their latest comeback, not even in Secret. And I just find it uncalled for because they are such a huge group and everyone needs to get some lines, but there are members who don't get lines, there are members who get 3 seconds of lines, and then it's just all Yunjang, and that doesn't make me happy. So, and for Gugudan, I'm looking forward for them. I want them to do a tiny bit different concept. It can be still cute, but a different cute, please. So, but I did like the mini album that they released. So if I get into Gugudan, I'm going to get their debut album as well. It just wasn't like a that time thing. So for 2016, I feel like I cared more about Very Good, Sonamoo, and Oh My Girl, definitely. So for me, it feels like it was more about them than rookies, but technically Very Good or like Sonamoo didn't do that well before, so like I'm just, and I didn't get into them before as much, so now I'm like, this year if I have to pick girl groups, newer ones that I didn't care too much about before, though I really like Tushan, but you know what I mean. So it was them and instead of rookies. But for boy groups there was Infact and Pentagon though. So these were the things I promised last year. I mean, kinda I wish that beside the opera puzzles I could have gotten one Blu-ray at least, but hey, they did release a bunch of solo stuff, and right now the Kyuhyun full album is Japan. It's like ruining my life. Even though I bought the 3 versions beside the Alpha version, but this is so expensive. Every time I think of how much that package cost me, I was like, why? So thank you for watching this video, and I need to charge my camera. Bye!